Welcome everyone to this exciting interview segment. We are here today with Rhiannon Fish, lead of the Hallmark movie, A Costa Rican Wedding. Rhiannon takes on the role of Emily. Join us as we delve into Rhiannon's insight into her character and the challenges of filming this movie. Thank you for being here, Rhiannon.
Well, thank you for having me. We went back and forth a bunch of times because we wanted to make sure that we could make this work. I'm so happy that we could. I'm very excited to talk to you about this movie.
Me too. So, can you tell us a little bit about your character in A Costa Rican Wedding?
I really like Emily in this movie. I know that sometimes with these movies for television, a lot of the characters they're sort of the same. There's like a hallmark to them, so to speak, where it's like we're seeing a very similar woman in each of these stories. I really like Emily because she felt the closest to who I actually am. Our writer, Juliana, is brilliant. And I mean, particularly, there's a part in the movie where she sort of talks about her ex, Shane, and how she waited for Shane to sort of pick her, to choose her, to love her, like the Grey's Anatomy quote, which we all love. Um,
Yes,
and I think it's so cool that ultimately in the end of the film, rather than no, I mean I don't mean to spoil it, but towards the end of the film, Emily sort of decides, she's not going to wait for a man, nor is she going to choose Ryan necessarily. She's choosing herself, which is something that I really, really try very hard to live by. And that part of Emily really resonated with me. I thought it was very cool.
amazing. And what initially attracted you to your role in the movie?
That it was filming in Costa Rica. I have always wanted to go to Costa Rica. And what's so cool is, I mean, last year too, I'd always wanted to go to Ireland and we shot wait, was that is I get so confused. Is Norway's in Ireland, right? Is it? That's a different
Norway?
place. Yeah.
It's a different place. It's in
I
Europe. It's in Europe, like Ireland. Okay,
Right.
but it's
Sorry.
a
I
different.
always wanted to go to Norway. But I think we shot parts of it in Ireland too. So it's so
Okay,
cool for these bucket list places to get to go there. And then because parts of the movie, it's so often our characters are exploring. So it's like we get to, for our job, go and explore these incredible places. And by far, Costa Rica was my favorite. It is the most magical place I have ever been.
great. And what do you think makes this movie so special and romantic and captivating?
I think that, well, first of all, I think our location, it being set in Costa Rica, I think makes it incredibly special. I think we really tried our best to honor Costa Rica and show it. Even as trying as hard as we did, we still couldn't capture how beautiful it is. So I hope that people in seeing the film really have a takeaway of that, like, if if they can or have the opportunity to go, they absolutely should. And then I think also what makes it special is that I just adore Chris Russell. He's an incredible person. And from the moment we started working together, we just really, really got along. And I've had a few experiences like that. I definitely felt that when I worked with Tyler Hines and, of course, with Hunter King. And I really feel like you can tell when you're watching something, you can tell if the actors are having fun. And Chris and I had an absolute blast making this movie together.
Great. And what do you hope audiences take away from watching the movie?
I hope we really explored this Costa Rican philosophy, which is it's pronounced pura vida. It's spelled like pura vida, and it means quite simply a pure life, a simple life, appreciating life's simple treasures, refusing to take anything for granted, seizing the day, all those very cliche sort of things. But I think sometimes cliches exist because they're real. And I think sometimes, I know while filming the movie, I felt this very strong feeling of pura vida, where it's about just just enjoying the moment. And I really hope that people can take that away from our movie as well.
Great. And what was it like working with the rest of the cast and crew on set?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I posted some behind the scenes of the movie, and even when I watched it back, I was like, I can't believe the stuff that we did. Like, it was crazy. We really were. We didn't cheat any of it. Like, of course, sometimes in film, it'll make it look like you're deep in the jungle when really there's like a road right behind you. But no, we trekked down into the depths of the jungle. There were days we were there when we had I guess don't know what his title would be. Maybe like a safety officer. His name's Pompilio, and he was constantly like, checking around for snakes and spiders and real threats that were out there in the Costa Rican jungle. So it was incredibly immersive. And the entire crew, I really did feel at times like we really were on a Costa Rican adventure. Like it really did. It felt very, very real, especially at times when Chris and I, the crew would be further away and it was just Chris and I dropped into, sometimes they just shot it on a drone. So it was just the two of us lost in the middle of a jungle. It felt incredibly real, more so than any movie I have ever done.
Amazing. And what can you tease about your character journey?
Oh, we have, I'll say that everything that you see in the movie, like I've sort of said, is very real. It's a real tarantula, it's a real snake, obviously real monkeys. Everything that you see on screen, none of it was fake. And honestly, a lot of my reactions were very real as well. So I'm excited for the audience to see them.
Great. And what was your favorite scene or moment while filming the movie?
I loved, oh my goodness, it was all so much fun. I think my favorite scene to film was there's a scene, and again, I posted it in the behind the scenes where Chris and I both swing off a giant rope swing into a waterfall. And that was just, it was so fun. And what's so cool with stuff like that is that we really only get one take to get it right. So the stakes are super high, same as the mud pit scene. The mud pit scene was so much fun. We've only got one shot to get that right. So to do it and to, fingers crossed, we'll see, have nailed it. And then, to basically just sit in the mud and or sit in a waterfall and get to deliver dialogue with another actor. It was just, it's so fun. A lot of these movies, of course, were all dressed up and very proper and in some kind of formal setting. Even with Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I did. Like, of course, it's very, very clean, so to speak, in like the DLO. So it was really cool to basically just get dirty. It was really, really fun.
Amazing. And so, talking about your previous movie,
Yeah,
Science Still Delivered,
yeah, good segue. Yeah.
yeah, can you tell us a little bit about your character and your journey in this movie?
I feel so lucky. So when I first got to Vancouver, that was one of the very first jobs that I booked was playing Charlie in Signed, Sealed, Delivered. And Martha, the creator, is truly one of the most incredible human beings I have ever met. And I think that that's very obvious in how she writes. She has just got such a beautiful heart. And I remember when we shot that movie, she said to me, she was like, I promise you, Rhiannon, if we do another movie, I'm going to bring you back. And so much of working in this industry is a lot of people making sometimes empty promises. But Martha followed through and she allowed me to come back for two more films with them. And I feel lucky is the only way to describe it. And if I look at it as a whole, she helped me find my footing at Hallmark. And to get to be a part of such a special show. Yeah, it really is. I don't say this lightly. It's an honor to be a part of that show. I feel very, very grateful.
Great, amazing. And what was it like working with the rest of the cast on this set and the crew?
It was wonderful. I have to say, Jeff and I get along very, very well. Jeff and I actually, it was another movie that I booked just again when I first got to Vancouver and I was still doing supporting roles. We did a movie called 27 Hour Day. We were both supporting roles and we just got along, yeah, like a house on fire. He's very, very, very funny. And I think you can see a lot of that in Norman. Of course, Norman is like the Hallmark version of Jeff's humor. Like he's very, if you ever get the chance to talk to him, you should. He's a really wonderful guy. I'm very, very funny. And then so yeah, I have to say, anytime I'm on set, I just find myself just laughing all day, particularly with Jeff. He's the best.
Great.
Yeah.
So, at Surviving Shows, we are
Yes.
big fans of Christmas rom-coms.
Yes, me too. Yeah.
What is your all-time favorite?
Oh. Okay, can I say one that's not a rom-com, or does it have to be?
A Christmas movie is okay too.
Christmas movie is okay. I really like The Grinch. I think The Grinch, and I'm talking the cartoon. I love the cartoon, The Grinch. We used to watch that every Christmas. I love it very, very much. And then I suppose in terms of a rom-com, what is that one? What's the one where there's all the different stories and they're English? Is it Love Actually?
Yes,
No.
Love Actually.
Yeah, Love
Yes,
Actually would be my favorite Christmas rom-com.
I'm agree.
That your
Me too.
favorite too?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best. And no
Yes.
matter how many times I see it, I always cry every time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the last question,
Yeah.
can you tease something about your next projects?
My next, oh, I have for Great American Family a sequel to a Royal in Paradise. The sequel is coming out at Christmas time. And I have to say that was in shooting that movie, I had to keep pinching myself. It was like everything as a little girl I ever dreamed of. I get to play a princess, which is just it's the coolest thing. And so I really think we had such a wonderful response to the first movie, and of course, very lucky to come back for the sequel. And I really do believe that we have not just honored the first movie, but stepped it up as much as we possibly can. I think the audience is absolutely going to love it. And then I'm hoping to do more sister sleuthing with Hunter King. In every interview I do, both of us were like, can we do some sister sleuthing? So hopefully very soon Hallmark gets the ball rolling on those movies, because those are my favorite to make for sure.
Finger crossed.
Yeah.
So this is it. Make sure to watch the movie A Costa Rican Wedding on Saturday, August 17th on Hallmark Channel. And thank you, Rhiannon, to join us.
Thank you so much for having me. You're the best. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. And thank you all for watching. Bye.